Bam. Oh.
Oh, dang. I got that over. All right, hold on.
We got some clowns trying to echo us
in the
audience, you know.
Yeah, we trying to.
People do, trying to be like us, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they hate us because they. Oh, okay, here we go. I can just mute that. Yeah, hopefully, hold on, let me make sure this still recording. Cool. Yeah. I think it's still recording. All right. So
tell them other fools to relax.
Yeah.
Did that. So
I'm trying to do something different. So yeah, welcome to Triad Hip Hop Podcast. Your boy Howie.
And this is Kurt. What's up, y'all?
And I'm just gonna shoot this in the chat. Just want to say that real quick, just a PSA. I just found this out in the news, like the National Suicide Hotline. Not that what I'm saying, not that we dealing that, but I'm just saying, just in case you need it, they actually changed the number. If not this long number no more, they kind of did them the courtesy of 911. They changed it to 988.
988. Okay.
Yeah. So I just want to,
that's good information.
Yeah,
man.
I just want to throw that out there so people, just to let y'all know, if you need to talk to somebody, go there. I'm trying to get you more in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't come to me, because nigga, you gonna jump me. I should have joked like that. That's kind of fucked up.
I'm about to jump.
Yeah,
you had a good run.
Hey, nigga, you had a good run, man. Ain't glad no.
And my brother's keeper.
Yeah, man. Shit. You ain't got no parent. Yeah, be like that. What was it? Lead on me. Just go ahead and jump. Smoke crack, don't you, Sam's?
Do it expeditiously.
Just go ahead and jump.
Hold up, let me.
Yeah, we about to join. Yeah, we gonna fuck around, and get kicked off here.
But yeah, man. So yeah, we appreciate y'all checking us out. This is episode 220.
220.
And we are in the building for another week.
In the building.
Let me go ahead and put it out there now. Next week, we probably will not be doing an official show because next week we're going to the show see Wu-Tang and Nas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got Wu-Tang and the Nas going. So,
yeah.
And Busta Rhymes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're excited about that. We're probably going to do some vlogging, on the road and when we get to the show and stuff like that, to keep y'all up to date with what we're doing. So,
what up, Red?
What up, Red?
Yeah,
appreciate you, man.
So
yeah, man. So yeah, we will not do a show next week because we'll be going to the concert, and like I said, we'll do some vlogging. You know what I mean? Let y'all know how things are going from the road. We're pretty excited. But yeah, how was your week this week, my man?
Man, week was all right, man. A little rough with the schooling and stuff, but it's all right. So I took out my friend for his birthday. Well, his birthday was the 1st of September. But you know what I'm saying, we went and had lunch. He's a little bit of an artist. I want to put him on the show. So he did a little drawing of yours truly.
I wonder who did it for you.
Yeah, so he did that. Yeah, got the fucking menstrual gloves on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that dope, shit. Man. That's a dope drawing. So yeah, that's a dope drawing. My fat ass on this shit. But yeah, shout out to Trey. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna try to get him on the show. Maybe try to do some art for us, so we can actually, what I'm saying?
Yeah, we might need to get a little something for the podcast. A logo or something. So both of us in it.
I'm trying to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to work on that, but he, man, can't get people to do shit. Nah, I'm just playing. He gonna be like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah,
but yeah,
that's a good drawing, man. I like it because I saw your post online and I hurried up and hit the like. I was like, oh, that's dope. I wonder who made that.
Yeah.
I was wondering where you got it from.
Yeah, I mean, his style's kind of, what I'm saying, it's, it's different. So it's like, I mean, it's kind of cool. It kind of has that feel of like the old, like the, cartoons, like stuff that you get out, like the Peanuts. And like I said, it's local, it's local art. Okay. So, and it's black art. So I'm trying to support all that. You know what I'm saying?
We can get a little logo going. So,
man.
Holler at your boy when you get a chance and let him know. We might be doing something like that in the near future. But yeah, that's what's up. How's work going?
Man, work is work, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too bad. Knock some shit out so I can get shit done this week. That's all I did, man. You know, I'm working that shit like a part-time job.
Part-time slave.
Yeah, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Get to work.
Dang, you. It ain't that bad. Y'all, you. Hey, you got Yosemite Sam in there. Y'all, you. Whoa, you. Oh, you.
Yeah, man.
How was your week, man?
My week was all right, man. No complaints. It went by kind of quick. I'm always happy to see the weekend, get some time off, get to relax a little bit. But, it was an average week, just trying to stay out of these germs they got going on out here,
man.
Staying away from all of that, man, because, it's a whole lot of them. So,
man, the damn road, the damn monkey bugs,
the bird flu,
the bird, man, everything.
Mad cows, all these animal diseases,
Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, man, because I'm telling you, man, I just don't get it.
Yeah, but it is what it is, man. Y'all just stay safe out there. We got a lot to talk about, you know what I mean? So before we go too far, I want to send some condolences and rest in peace. We lost some people. And the first person is somebody who's been with us for a long time, long time, held the community down. A real blessing for the people, and that would be none other than comedian David A. Arnold.
Oh, yeah.
You thought you knew how I was going.
Yeah, I know. Hey, that was slick. Hold on, I'm trying to get the clap. My clap button ain't working. Y'all need to clap, man. There we go.
The clap button is still trying to figure it out too.
No, that was slick. I like that.
But yeah, comedian David Arnold passed away. I haven't seen a whole lot of his work, but I do know of him. I've seen his picture around and seen some small clips of him. And from what I understand, he was a pretty good comedian. So it's definitely a sad day. I think he was. I want to say they said he was in his 50s.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I don't think he was that old. Yeah, man. So we got to be careful. I don't know what happened. I don't know the circumstances around his death. Didn't you say you heard some stuff?
I don't think this is hearsay, so don't take it as gospel. For what I understand, the man, he made some jokes about the the shot, the jab, whatnot. Yeah. And man, in fact, like when he ended up 2 weeks later, I think he got sick. Oh, what killer threat? I think he got sick and then he ended up dying.
Okay.
Cause of that. But like I said, I don't know if that's here or there. You know what I'm saying? I don't take that as gospel, but that's just hearsay for what I understand.
Okay. So, but yeah, I'm sure it's a hard loss for his family.
Yeah.
And also we lost the Queen of England, Queen of the UK, Elizabeth. We're gonna definitely talk about her a little bit later, because we want to share our opinions on her as in general as a person, how we think in the whole monarchy. But just to be respectful, let's go ahead and give both of them a quick moment of silence. All right, thank y'all for doing that with us.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. So yeah, man, but yeah, it was sad, just hearing about this comedian though, man, because I was like, he couldn't have been that old, man, and I'm like, dang, why we, keep hearing about us dying in the 50s, you know what I mean?
I'm telling you, man. Like that old Chris Rock jokes, man. Something gonna get you high blood pressure, diabetes, NYPD. Something gonna get you.
Something gonna get you. One of them. Either the White Salt or the Blue Boys.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
But yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into the next thing, our question of the day. The Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears has been a big deal going on. So you had a question of the day about that, didn't you?
Okay, are they responsible pretty much for the PSA video? Are they responsible?
Are they solely responsible? Yeah, I mean, that's a good question, man. I mean, I do think they are partially responsible, but I don't know if they're solely responsible because, I mean, you got a cameraman behind it. From what I understand, it's a pretty well-known cameraman who, taped it, and you know what I mean. So he has a part in it because, I mean, he could have interjected and said, "Nah, guys, look, this is not right. I don't think, looking from behind the camera, this doesn't look good. Somebody should have interjected because, I mean, there's too many people who would have seen this and didn't say anything. Now, from what I understand, it took them a while to recognize when the video got loaded on the website, the Funny or Die.
Yeah.
Because, when you upload something to YouTube, if they don't like it, they're going to hit you up in a few minutes. Like, bro, nah, this ain't going to work. This ain't it. So, because I be hating that, man. Sometimes I'll be loading up stuff for the podcast, and next thing I know, we getting a message about copyrights and all this. Your video can't be played here, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that's cutting into my money,
right? So y'all let us know what y'all think. You know what I mean? What is your response to that?
Like I said, man, we kind of covered it last week, but first of all, I need to check out my man's lyrical the lyrical breakdown too. Yeah. But the Lost in Thought on that, I thought he did an excellent job. We ain't done one in a while. Yeah, let me throw hands on that. Throw hands.
Appreciate that.
Throw hands. No, you got hit them, bro. Right. But anyway, so yeah, like I was saying, I don't think they solely responsible. I mean, and then you gotta think too. This was done 2014. I mean, I look at it at the levels that maybe where there was at. Ari Spears is trying. I wouldn't necessarily say trying. Like he's trying to get back. Not necessarily trying to get back. I mean, but you know what I'm saying? He's trying to be bigger than what he is. You know what I'm saying? And and we got a comment. Debo the God said Lizzo mob ties canceled Ari Spears. A lot of people, there's a lot of people saying that's what happened.
Stemmed from. Yeah. I mean, he made a comment about Lizzo looking like the doo-doo emoji.
Yeah. So it's just, man. I'll be honest with you. I do kind of get sick of people shitting on her in a sense, because it's like, to me, and I'm not doing that to like, I'm taking up for Lizzo and things like that. But my thing of it is, it's just like, man, Lizzo's a big black woman, and singing. Just like the old school joints. Now, yeah, she does a little extra twerking and all that stuff. Yeah, that might be a little unnecessary. But to me, I feel like, she fills in the gap. But going back to, Ari's situation, he's trying to get more exposure. Tiffany probably at that time, she wasn't as big in 2014 as today.
Yeah.
And so yeah, man. I feel that a lot of it was, I'm not going to say it's sitting here like, with spooky, like, it was ritualistic to do this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
But I would just say, like, I would say, like, maybe this was like something they, hey, in order for y'all to do this and get big or get notoriety, hey, you got, this is what we need.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's solely their fault. Because you got to understand, these are the people that they put in front of us.
Right.
Again, like you said with the cameraman, the people, the cameraman and the producers, they're the ones that have like the go, to give you the go light. But you know what I'm saying? Like you can't totally blame them. It's not all them.
Yeah. I mean, they came up with the idea, but so whoever, like the cameraman people, they could have interjected and said, nah, this ain't a good look. And if you're going to do it, I'm just not going to be a part of it. Let some other cameraman do it. I mean, hell, the skit that I saw looked like it was taped in somebody's house, not even like a professional studio.
Yeah.
So it was just like, But I don't know, man. I mean, and another thing that I've been wondering, a lot of people are saying that Aries holds a little more weight because Aries, a lot of people are saying that he's gay. He's a closet gay, and he might even be a pedo. I don't know for sure, but I have to admit, he's done sketches like that on Mad TV back in the day about pedophilia. And I saw a recent clip where it was a gay sketch that he did where he was kissing a man.
Yo.
And it was like, okay, so does he just like, male, you know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, maybe it is. I mean, if he is, that's his business. But I'm just saying, is that what makes him want to keep doing these types of sketches? Because it's like, he was doing it. He was doing pedophilia stuff on Mad TV back in the day. It wasn't as bad, as this, but it was enough to get on TV. So it was borderline, But when I saw the sketch where he was kissing a dude, and I think he said something like, "That's my man," or something like that. It was supposed to be something funny, like a little music video, or something like that. And he was singing or rapping or something. But but either way, it's just like, is there something there? Of course, like I said, I don't know. I'm not accusing. I'm just saying, is there? So y'all let us know in the comments. We might touch a little bit more on the situation. Not like that. Not like that.
Yeah. Oh. Let's get that clear. Man, my man Debo in here, boy.
Okay, what are you talking about?
Man, so he with the comments, I would try to type it back, but he was saying, with the Lizzo thing, she's pretty talented. Just cause certain attention to herself. When it's too much backlash, she loses it. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that because, I mean, sometimes, because, it seems like the celebrities and things like of today, they definitely not built like they was back in the, when we was coming up. I was born in the 80s, somewhat in the 80s, raised in the 90s. There was, what I'm saying, there was certain, on top of that too, certain celebrities and stuff, they had mysterious, it was like they were shrouded in mystery and stuff like that.
Right.
So, sometimes when they did something shocking, it was like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, people kind of had to, but, and it'll be around. But, you know what I'm saying? But it's just, to me, it's now that, we got the social media stuff, everybody got their eyes on you and stuff. Yeah, you got to kind of be built, But the good thing about it, and I heard Lord Jamar talk about this, really give it about a week, depending on the situation. Give it about a week, maybe two. People forget about the shit and they on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Because it's just so much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That people forget. So
yeah, and I mean, it goes away even faster when the person owns up to it.
Yeah.
The faster you own up to it, the quicker it goes away, because what drags it on is when people are either waiting for you to respond or wondering why you try to deny it. What I mean? What are you denying? What are you waiting for? Why ain't you responding? Why ain't you do? So even though Tiffany and Aries are kind of giving this, we can't talk about it right now because the legal situation, something you should say a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
So I get it though. But, again, y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think. Like I said, we may touch on it a little bit before the pause, but before. But let me go ahead and move on to the next and jump into some birthdays.
Yep.
Got quite a few here. So back on September 7th, we had a couple of birthdays. We had the OG legend Eazy-E, rest in peace to him, and happy birthday. Also on the same day, Lynn Q. Some of y'all may not know her, but back in the day, she went by the name Isis. She was down with X Clan.
Okay.
So she was part of that. She was part of that movement for a while, and she changed her name from Isis to Lynn Q.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
And then when she went by Lynn Q, she started collaborating a little bit more with people like MC Lyte. They developed a close relationship. So happy birthday to her. You know what I mean? Both of them on September 7th. On September 8th, we had my man Wiz Khalifa as well as Slim Thug.
All right.
You know what I mean? Happy birthday to them. Yesterday on the 9th, we had two people. We had Soulja Slim as well as the legend MC Shan, the pioneer. You know what I mean? He said, boy, I helped pioneer this.
Yeah. I said, hold on, the Soulja Slim's the one that passed away, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I said Slim. I said rest in peace to Slim Thug. I'm sorry. Now Slim Thug is still living.
My bad.
Rest in peace to Soulja Slim.
Yeah,
my bad. Slim. Yeah, let me get that.
I didn't even catch that you did that. But
I got him.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Soulja Slim. And
people watching, niggas be like, yo, man, they say this nigga was dead, son. Nigga Howie said he was dead. Like, we were getting this nigga. I'm like, nah, man, look, I got slipped up. So,
so happy birthday to them. Like I said, the legend MC Shan had a birthday yesterday. Today on the 10th, we got the first female of Def Jam, Nikki D. Happy birthday to her, as well as the OG legend Big Daddy Kane. You know what I mean?
King Asiatic. Nobody's equal, man. Yes,
you know it. Coming up tomorrow on the 11th, we got my man Ludacris. You know what I mean? I know that's kind of messed up that his birthday falls on the 11th because, it's always overshadowed by the whole 9/11. We got to celebrate, never forget, No,
not celebrate, nigga. We don't celebrate that.
I'm just saying, that's kind of how they want. You know what I mean?
We got to remember. Memorial. No, we don't celebrate.
We ain't celebrate.
We don't celebrate.
But, that's what I'm saying.
Damn, that's good. Yo, it's fucked up, man. Yo. Look. These are jokes.
Don't cancel it.
I am not prejudiced. I love everybody.
but yeah,
I'm my best friend.
But I'm just saying, I'm probably sure that is kind of messed up though for Luda because nobody thinks about him. They're so busy. Let's memorialize, But yeah, so anyway, coming up to on the 12th, we got two people. One, my man 2 Chainz, formerly down with Ludacris in the DTP, but
Titty
Boy. And then also on the 12th, my man Busy Bone from Bone Thugs.
All right.
Coming up on the 13th, we got your man Swiss Beats. Swizzle.
All right.
On the 14th, we got some legends, man. We got my man Nas.
Nas.
And the dude who came out at the same time as him, Akinelli. They both came out on that Main Source album.
Live Barbecue. Classic.
Yeah. And then also my man Mike Geronimo, who we've been talking about a lot lately. You know what I mean?
He got a new album coming.
That's right. He does have a new album. I forget the name of it, but yeah, he does. So that's perfect to segue into some new music. So let's give them a quick clap.
Yeah, hold on with the buttons. There we go.
So yeah, Mike Geronimo has new music coming out, so I'm sure that's gonna be dope because he's a well-respected hip hop artist all around. I hate that him and Irv, kind of had a falling out, but it still doesn't take away from who Mike Geronimo is. You know what I mean?
I think, man. Like I said, man, Mike. I think Mike is cool, man.
Yeah,
he just like a real dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just get when they interviewed him, like with the interviews he's hopped on, like I get that vibe from him, and he just do him. That's it.
Definitely.
Chill dude.
All right. Well, as far as new music, we also got something new from my man Meek Mill out of Philly called Early Mornings. I heard it. It's pretty good. You know what I mean? It's got that same Meek Mill vibe to it that he puts out. You know what I mean? We got a dude named Rick Hyde. He got a song out featuring Benny the Butcher and Corey Guns. It's pretty dope. It's called Pandemic Flow. It goes hard. Trust me on that one. Now that is probably one of my favorites. Raekwon and Ghostface, they got a song that was accepted through the Funk Flex Challenge. He challenged them to release a song and that he would play it on the radio, and he did. But according to him, it's not a song that will ever be released. They just gave it to him for the challenge. But man, it was dope. I'm like, how are y'all not going to, release this officially? They didn't give a name for it, but it really had an old school dope breakbeat type sound. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to. I don't know if I shared it on Facebook yet, but if I haven't, I will. So yeah, but it was dope though. Speaking of Ray and Ghost, this is the funniest shit I've seen all day.
Oh man.
So the Migos, two of the Migos, Quavo and Takeoff, have a new album coming out. It's called Only Built for Infinity Links. And they copied the Ray and Ghost album cover where, you know, one of them sitting there and the other one got the arm, you know, the arms like he, you know, shooting over his shoulder. And, you know, at first I'm like, okay, is this out of some respect shit or is it out of some sneak diss shit? But they got a promo video out for it. And part of the promo video, they say, you hear them, one of their voices saying, this is better than Cuban Links. This is stronger. This is stronger than Cuban Links. So I'm like, okay, what are you trying to say right now? You know, I don't know if you really trying to be funny. You know, talking about Infinity Links are stronger than Cuban Links. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It just didn't hit me right. I mean, it could be some we showing love, but it could also be, you know, we're better than them. You know what I mean? We got something better than them. I don't know why the other dude ain't in it, Offset.
Yeah.
I guess he, you know, up in the house at the party or whatever, but it's just Quavo and yeah. Right. Hey, we be making some babies up in there, but anyway, yeah, I mean it's just Quavo and Takeoff and it's called Only Built for Infinity Links. And you know, it shows the links like that looks like the infinity symbol, you know, the 8 sideways. So, you know, I don't know, man. It was funny to me, but I'm gonna let y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think.
So hold on, did they? Oh, so Ray and Ghost they ain't responding.
No, nah.
Oh, okay.
I just heard about this today. I haven't heard anything from Ray and Ghost, so we gonna see. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
but it's just kind of weird to me, you know. And 50 was, I heard it from 50 Cent's page because 50 was plugging it. He was like, yeah, this is what we really need to be listening to. And I'm like, you know, he did have beef with Wu-Tang back in the day. So, you know, is he still holding a grudge? Like, you know, fuck the purple tape. This is what we really need to be listening to. Because his caption was just, this is what we really need to listen to. And I was just like, is it though?
There ain't songs off of it.
Nah, he just posted a promo video where it showed them in the position just like the Cuban Links album cover, and you heard a voice in the background saying, you know, Infinity Links is better than Cuban Links or something like that, or it's stronger than Cuban Links. So
man, I
don't know, man. I don't know what to think of it.
Now I want to shout out to Migos because you know they actually watched the show for a little bit,
right,
for a little bit.
Yeah,
so I want to shout them out.
Appreciate them.
They gave us, you know, a little constructive criticism.
Yeah.
It's all good, baby. I love it, baby. I love it. But anyway,
we're gonna have to wait and see, you know, if they trying to be on something funny or if they're really trying to pay homage.
My thing of it is it kind of goes into the spiel like, you know, it's like this generation is really trying hard to be better than the last generation, but it's like with mediocre shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just don't. You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't get it. Like, you know, I won't go too far on that because, you know what I'm saying, we gotta, you know, I know you got some other stuff to talk about. But I mean that's what it kind of goes on, man. Like it's just I don't understand this whole push of this generation is better than the previous, which now I will say this. Now naturally, organically, that's what's supposed to be the order. Like the 80s, you know what I'm saying, as far as like the 90s and certain aesthetics were better than the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like in certain things. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's certain talents and, you know, there's certain stuff that you can't take away from the 80s.
Right.
But as far as like what, you know, as far as like moving the bar and moving forward, yeah, it's clearly shown that the 90s did that.
Yeah.
This era, I don't see that. I think everybody's kind of got complacent and lethargic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, like I said, with the whole comparison of, LeBron's doing this and breaking records. And, yeah, he better than Jordan. And I'm like, but, you know what I'm saying? It's just certain things. I just don't, I just don't, I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not seeing it. Don't get me wrong. LeBron's incredible. I'm not trying to take nothing away from him, but, nah, man, Jordan did what he did in shorter time.
Yeah.
In shorter time.
So yeah, it's that's the thing about it. When you can do a lot in a short amount of time, it's hard to beat that. Anybody can do a lot, but to do it in a certain amount of time.
I think the only as far as entertainment and things go, I would probably venture to say the only great I could really consider in this generation, even though he's, people think he's crazy and shit, I'll have to give that to Kanye.
Okay.
I mean, as far as like, what he did, the music, because I mean, he got the music, he's got the, he's got the brands and all that. Even though, like I said, sometimes he's a little nuts, but I mean, he's got some stuff that he's working with.
You know what I'm saying? They say genius borderlines insanity anyway.
Yeah, so I would give that to him.
Yeah.
But like everybody else, everybody's just too. To me, it's just so everybody's just. It's just mediocre.
Yeah. That's why we made that our question of the day. Last week. What's up with that? So, but yeah. So and then last thing on music. Speaking of 50. He kind of got into a back and forth with Little Kim on social media because she released a new song with Megan Thee Stallion. Now, Megan Thee Stallion released a song called Plan B a couple months ago. And so she got Kim on the remix. So it's called the Plan B remix. And, the song is them rapping about people who were their exes, guys who they messed with, who thought, that these females wouldn't be anything if the guy wasn't in the picture, and just thought they was, kind of the best part of these females' life. And so this is them saying basically, I don't need you, blah, blah, blah. I'm stronger than that. Kind of, that women's empowerment type stuff, So 50 heard the song and tried to clown Little Kim, saying that her lyrics were taking a shot at Nicki Minaj. And, Kim was like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? So, because Kim was like, this is a song about exes. There's nothing in there about nobody. You know what I mean? Nobody else. But 50 was being funny. What made it so bad was 50 told he tagged Nicki in his comment talking about, you better go get her. She was talking about the baby. And so her baby got an effed up eye. And he kind of mentions Little Kim's kid, saying that her baby got an effed up eye. And I'm just like, why would you drag a kid into something like this? You know what I mean? Even if the kid has a deformity or whatever it is, I don't even know. But, that's just childish. So from what I understand, 50 has deleted his post and Kim deleted hers as well. But they were kind of taking back and forth, with each other overnight. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, man, like I said before coming here on the phone with you, like, I respect 50 as far as like, what he does. I've for him being a street guy, and you coming up to the, the corporate world and, being groomed and actually talking, kind of breaking down some things, how business and stuff goes.
Mm-hmm.
I respect him for that, but it's just like, man, like, you doing all this trolling, like, people at that position, you would think, what I'm saying, I really don't have time to
you have better things to do. You're supposed to be like a mogul,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You got all these shows and movies and all that.
I mean, I would figure, like, what I'm saying. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. Like, if you say, I mean, I understand people get a little time, but, I figure, with all that going, you should be busy. And like, so why you got to, what I'm saying? I just don't. Yeah, I just don't understand it.
Yeah, and I mean, I think, it's pretty much something that I've said over the years. 50 just thrives off of beef and controversy. I think that's his way of just staying relevant. You know what I mean? Just, I need to stay in the public attention, and this is the best way to do it. You know what I mean? Every now and then I just got to throw a shot at somebody. But, it's like this whole thing with you and Kim is so old, man. It's like, pick somebody else at least or something. They've been going back and forth at it since, like, I don't know, when did that song come out that they did with each other?
Magic Stick. Yeah. 2003 maybe?
Yeah, somewhere around, I was going to say 05, but yeah, somewhere in the early 2000s. So it's like, that whole thing should have blown over by now. Let it go, man. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing, man. It's just like, why? I understand, like, you dude, and, you actually beefing with, like, a dude about certain stuff, but, like, why are we beefing over, like, women about stuff?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not understanding that at all.
Right.
Like, why? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta, it's just beef. Like, we got there beefing with women. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
But yeah, if any of y'all, that's kind of, going from the music into our first topic. So, I just kind of made that the first topic because I want to get y'all opinion on that. What do y'all think? You know what I mean? Was he kind of being petty? You know what I mean? Or have you even heard the song, the remix? What are your thoughts on it?
Oh, and speaking of Kim, since we're talking about Kim's.
Yeah.
Oh, Kim Kardashian had a little magazine joint, and
yeah,
his Peruvian heifer looked like a damn white woman.
Right. Kim said, "I'm tired of looking black.
I'm tired of looking like a nigga. I gotta get back my blonde hair and blue jeans.
Taylor Swift
America."
So yeah, I mean, it's a funny picture, that she took, in some jeans and like a wife beater looking like top. I don't know, man. I mean, you can tell that's not really her style, but I guess she was just trying to do something different, Let me show the mayonnaise side of my life, for once. But
no, the thing is, because I think she can pass. She passed for it, but well, I don't know, because I think Peruvians, they're still. I think. Well, yeah, they are like a European descent or whatnot.
I don't know. So, I mean, it don't even matter. But she ain't black. You know what I mean?
Nah.
But still, it was just kind of funny that she did the picture in that type of outfit. It was, nothing wrong with the clothes. It's just you can tell that's not her style.
And the thing of it is, it's just like, see, like we said on here, like it just trips me out, man. Like when people get tired of being a nigga, they can just throw it off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they just be like, you know what? I don't want to be a nigga today. I just, I was rapping and doing all this stuff like Machine Gun Kelly. Don't get me wrong, did a pretty good diss and everything for Eminem, towards Eminem. But you know what? I don't feel like rapping. I'm gonna go in this punk rock shit.
Right.
Same thing with them Post Malone.
You can do that, yeah.
Yeah, Post Malone. Look, man, I don't want to rap. I want to do country shit. I want to go out here and do this country shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, I just don't get, like, y'all can come in. Y'all can, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can, get a little bit in the culture, but then when the culture get the backlash or you get what you want to get out of it, now you want to just jump back.
Right.
And like we don't get that now. Once you black, you in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like the game shit. Like, only way you gonna get out is in the box.
Right.
You ain't getting out.
Yep.
When you getting out to the box.
So, yeah, y'all let us know what y'all think. If y'all seen the picture, I'll probably have it up, of course, when we download this on YouTube. The finished version. But yeah, so I thought that was funny too, man. Kim Kardashian. But let's move on to the next, I guess. So my man Fat Joe is hosting the Hip Hop Awards.
And why?
A lot of people don't like that. They just feel like he ain't the one. He not real hip hop. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Fat Joe does a lot of crossover stuff, but Fat Joe is trying to make his money. But Fat Joe, I still consider him hip hop.
Oh yeah.
Fat Joe can still rap. He just says, this is what's going to sell, so I'm going to need somebody singing on these hooks. Let me get Ashanti. Let me get somebody like J-Lo. Let me get, he know how to make something go good for the sales, you know what I mean? But I still consider him hip-hop, so I don't have a big beef with him. I do wish he did more street stuff.
He did you gotta think, man, like a lot of his now I will say a lot of his stuff, like the earlier stuff. Yeah, he did, like, he know how, like, I say this all the time, man, like the Posse records.
Oh yeah.
He know how to bring people together. He kind of like, it was kind of like Khaled before Khaled in a sense, on like the Posse records. Not on the technical mixing. No, I'm not saying that, but as far as like, look, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna get together. I'm gonna put these people here. I mean, shoot, man, John Blaze is a classic, man. Now, I ain't gonna lie, if he brings that to the BET Awards and get like the rappers on there, excluding Pun, obviously, but
yeah,
if he gets the rappers on there and do that, I think that would be great. But you know what I'm saying, just to do like a throwback. But him hosting, I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I do think they could have picked a little bit better, but I ain't gonna be too mad at it. My thing is the overall award show in general has been trash lately.
Yeah.
So it's like he's not making me mad, more so than I'm expecting it just to be a trashy show, because lately they just been having the wackest rhymers on the ciphers and stuff like that. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, but these are the people. These are the people that said that Tupac would get ate up lyrically by a certain guy. We ain't gonna say his name. Rhymes with Wayne, and you spell it with P. Right. But anyway, but I mean, my thing of it is, it's just like, man, come on, man. Like, it just, again, going back to mediocrity. They trying to celebrate it and like, oh, this is this, and they trying to make it match up to like what happened yesterday, and it ain't working.
Yep, that's true.
It's not working. But yeah, I mean, I just don't. I don't get the pick. I don't understand it. I mean, will he make a decent host? I feel so. And that's another thing too. Are they doing that because, like, look, we can't do a white host for BET, so let's get someone that somewhat looks like us.
Mm-hmm.
But then but he's not white. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's not black, but he's not white.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that it could be some of that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I you know what I'm saying? But I just don't get it. But yeah, I mean, the fact that Fat Joe's not hip hop though, the people that saying that obviously had not listened to some of his earlier stuff. Now, you know what I'm saying? Is it at the caliber or quality of like Wu-Tang and all that other stuff? Nah, I wouldn't say that, but I would say like it was definitely street. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely,
Yeah, I mean, Fat Joe had a good relationship and still does with DITC, digging in the crates.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he knows hip hop, but still, they could have picked a little bit better in my opinion, but I'm still not hating it. But I do think they could have picked a little bit better. Now, if they had picked somebody like Migos or something like that, then yeah, I'd have been like, I'm not watching that shit.
Well, if they picked the Migos, at least it'd be, for them. And I'm not saying that because they watch the show. Shout out again.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that because, but I think at least it would be within the culture. You know what I'm saying? Per se, like, but. I mean, at the same time too, like, I couldn't really get them because at least Fat Joe got a track record.
Right.
He's got a good lengthy track record. The Migos, they still, for the most part, they relatively new.
Yeah.
I mean, they're getting some age on them now. But, but they still relatively new.
Yeah, I mean, they do their thing. I didn't mean it like in a disrespectful way, but it's just they're not the type of folks I would consider hosting.
Yeah.
So it would just be awkward for me.
Yeah,
but you know, we'll see. I mean, you know, and speaking of Fat Joe, you know, we also got to talk about, you know, the whole controversy between, you know, the relationship between Blacks and Latinos and stuff like that. You know what I mean? We got to kind of segue into that a little bit. You know what I mean?
Perfect segue. Because I want to, and that's the thing I wanted to shout out. Like, one, because there's been people putting up these posts. I've shared them because, you know, they have some of my favorite groups in there, like the Latinos in hip hop.
Yeah.
They were showing, you know, I've shared a couple of them. You know, shout out to Whip, Ruby D.
Yeah.
I think they missed a couple of them because they didn't mention Mellow Mayonnaise. They didn't mention Kid Frost. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Cypress, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I had to shout them out. You know what I'm saying? That's it, Ruby D. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they you know, they had like a lot of other groups that was, and honestly, I didn't know AZ was part. They said that AZ has like I want to say he was like either Dominican or has some part.
I might have heard that a long time ago, but I forgot.
Yeah,
I know like Norris.
Yeah, Norris Spanish. Yeah, Norris has Spanish. Yeah, he said that. So yeah, I think he's Dominican. So, yeah, you can kind of see it on him really.
But yeah, AZ, I'm not sure if I ever heard it. If I did, I forgot it if I heard it.
But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I would never take away the Latino influence in hip hop. I think the problem is people thinking like, oh, well, yeah, the Latinos started it. Like, that I can't say that.
Nah,
because it definitely was started by the people of the, you know, darker people of the islands.
Yeah,
you know, via Cool Herc. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I would, you know, I would say that, but not they. But now, as far as them being in there, like in the conception, I wouldn't say they started, but they were definitely some of the first people. You know, oh yeah, Charlie Chase. My bad, I forgot.
Oh yeah,
the Cold Crush.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Charlie Chase.
I mean, there was a lot of, you know, especially in New York. You know, we had a lot of Puerto Ricans. You know, as Dominicans too, but we had a lot of Puerto Ricans who were b-boys. You know, when hip hop first started, because I mean. When I first started being a b-boy, when I was coming up in the 80s, me and my best friend used to battle kids in breakdancing, and he was Puerto Rican. You know, and it was just a lot of that going on. I mean, most b-boy, I mean, you didn't see a whole lot of it, like you said, in the songs, but when it came to just b-boys dancing and, you know what I mean, at the parties, it was always a bunch of Hispanic kids there just killing the game, you know what I mean? And so I definitely know they were there in the early parts of hip hop. A lot of the graffiti artists were Hispanic, you know what I mean? So yeah, they were there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just interesting. I mean, it's really weird too because New York has a very unique story with Hispanics, with the Latins and stuff, because those people, not to sound like that, let me like. The black and brown people there, they were really coming up together, and they was kind of, you know, treated the same. So they all came together, and then, you know, parents really told them like, yeah, these people, they the same, they are you, like they the same people.
Yeah.
They might look a little different, but they are you. And then they kind of came together, but it's just weird, like in other pockets of the United States, the relationships of, not all the time, but the relationship of Black and Latino is not a strong relationship. There are places, and for what I understand, in places like in LA, people, you know, they talk about this Black and brown unity, like they trying to get it on, like on wax, on records, but in actuality, you know, Black people can't come over here where the Mexicans where Vado is, or, you know, Mexicans can't come over this side where Black people are. And it's it's just a medicine, man. Like, and the thing of it killed me is like, well, look, y'all pretty much got the same enemy. Like, why are y'all fighting amongst each other?
Right.
And I want to shout out too, real quick, you know, going back to the you know, Black people and Latinos and as a whole, I want to shout out the Black congregation, because they that channel has been really talking about it heavy about the relationship, and it was talking about how like a lot of people in Latin America, and you know Latin period, they adopted this white supremacy theology, particularly the men folk, but like, you know, they'd be like, oh, we got to keep the race pure and stuff. But it's like these people, especially like you trying to, you know, the whole dream and the doc and all that stuff, these people was the same people that put y'all in cages. But then y'all, and you know, black people came out and so like, no, like we're the group that come out. If anybody's mistreated, we come out for the most part and come out and like, hey, look, that ain't cool. Because we understand how that feels, like being treated because we different, treated wrong because you different.
Yeah.
But then when y'all get like on the channel, it's saying like y'all get a one up, or you know, y'all get a one up, and then y'all get the white man, put that in air quotes, like they display y'all like, well, see, these guys are okay, but yeah, they ain't. Yeah, but they're, you know what I'm saying, they're not hit and mistreated as bad as us when it comes to certain stuff. Not to make it a pissing contest, that's not what this is. But it's just, you know what I'm saying, like they make it where they just make it where like it's, you know what I'm saying, it's like a bunch of infighting and stuff, and two, real quick, like the Latin, the Afro Latinos, because they're starting to get some shine. You know, they kind of tell you how it is with like other Latino stuff, and because certain people look like certain Latinos, they look like they pass as white. Some of the Latinos, they say stuff, some slick shit, thinking like, oh, we're comfortable, we can say it, and find out like, nah, you shouldn't have said that shit.
Right, exactly.
But anyway, I'm sorry, I know that was a long rambling.
Nah, you're good, man. Good, man.
But I had to kind of get that, yeah.
But it's an interesting topic. I mean, you know, we got to talk about stuff like that. Like, I was listening to Black Dot, you know, he was talking about it, and you know, everything he said I could really agree with, because, you know, Black Dot is from, you know, where I'm from. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's from New York, and so he knows, you know, he was saying how, you know, in New York, we look, you know, we be hanging out with the Spanish kids like, what's up, nigga? You know, and they be like, yeah, what's up, nigga? You know, we was nigga all day. And it was not a problem. You know, it's just the mindset is different. You know what I mean? We didn't look at them as, oh, y'all light, so y'all like the white folks. Y'all can't say it. Nah, it was just y'all live here where we live, and we all grown up together. So it was just comfortable to say, what up, nigga? You know, and then say it back. And, you know, it's a different mindset in places like California, you know what I mean? Or somewhere else, you know, it's just real different. So, but that's how comfortable we was in New York. You know, we could say it back and forth, not to the white folks, but to the Hispanics, we would say that all day. You know what I mean? Nowadays, everybody's, oh, well, you know, Hispanics shouldn't say it either. You know, they're not the same, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. Like the Puerto Ricans and stuff, it's just, yeah, to me, it's like, I don't understand what the beef is, because like the people from the islands, the Spanish people that's in those islands, they pretty much went through the same shit
we did
pretty much.
Yep.
I mean, to the you know, there's, you know, I mean, you got to think, like, actually, those people came from another set of people that are not even here anymore.
Right.
Those what are the Taino Indians? That's where they come from. The Latinos, that's where they come from. They, a lot of those that were, you know, raped by the Spanish colonizers, that's their descendants. But the actual Taino Indians, they gone. They wiped them own selves out, because they like, look, we'd rather die than make, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, bad, man.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. But, you know, again, y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments. We want to hear from y'all. Don't forget, hit the buttons.
Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe, brothers and sisters.
Brothers and sisters.
We need funds allocated so we can build the school.
The school, you know. Speaker don't want to cooperate.
No, don't want to cooperate.
Speaker like, nigga, I'm tired.
I thought I charged the thing up. But
yeah, but it'll be all right.
It'll be all right.
But yeah, so just hit all those buttons for us and keep following. You know, if you're already following, nigga, you involved. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? If we got beef trying that club, yo, you involved, son. No, I ain't. You know what I'm saying?
You involved.
You involved.
So anyway, yeah, man, we can. I guess we can move on. To the next. So hate to say it, man, but my man Mystical then got caught up on some new charges, man. He is being charged with first-degree rape, among a couple other things, I believe. But I think that was the biggest one, first-degree rape. I mean, supposedly he, put his hands on some female and also sexually assaulted her. So I'm like, I hope this is a lie, dude. Oh! Yeah, either I hope it was a lie or I hope you was just high as hell off some stupid drugs and wasn't thinking. You know what I mean? I hope you wasn't doing nothing like this in your right mind. So
yeah, it just
I don't know, man. He done been to jail and been accused of this type of stuff multiple times. So it's like, why would you allow yourself to get caught up in that? Or is he just somebody who's a victim of like that Chris Brown syndrome? Because a lot of chicks keep blaming Chris Brown for doing stuff like that. But and the last one he exposed her, showing that he didn't really do anything. You know what I mean? She was just trying to get that come up, So what is it? Is it that? Or did he really do something?
Came with my dick in my hand. What you saying?
Yo.
Hey, that's what he said. That's what he said on the song. He cool. But nah, man, I hate it because it's just like, man, I really hate his career got derailed like that because, man, I mean, I think if he was focused, I think he would probably been as big as Wayne.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cause I mean, man, cause that's one thing about Mystical. As a matter of fact, me and my homeboy, we were talking about that the other day. Like, Mystical got people that really didn't mess with rap, got them into rap. Yeah. Like actually, like listening. Mystical was one of there are quite a few other people, but Mystical was one of them people that did that. They know how, they knew what to do and had that formula. But yeah, man, like, I mean, he was just a talent. It's just really sad that like he was, yeah, man, like he kind of just wasted all that potential.
But yeah, he had talent. He still got it. I mean, he still got it because I've heard him do some freestyles over the past couple of years. It was pretty good. But I don't know, man. I guess his personal life, man, he got some stuff going on.
Yeah.
I really hate to see somebody like him with so much talent to be caught up in such drama.
Yeah, man.
It's like, dude, come on, man. Hip hop needs people like you.
Yeah, it was really disheartening.
Yeah,
it's really disheartening.
But again, y'all let us know if anybody has any updates on the trial or case or whatever with Mystical. Drop some comments. Let us know what's going on so we can talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. But yeah, it's that's really sad. He was one of the better lyricists out of the Louisiana area. You know what I mean? Yeah. Speaking of Louisiana artists, let's go ahead and move on to Drink Champs.
All right.
And my man Turk on there from the Cash Money Hot Boy situation. And I mean, he had a lot to say. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't know. Turk, I have to admit, I don't think he's a bad person, but he was kind of putting people on blast a little bit throughout the whole show. But he kind of had this, it's not that I'm really trying to be a hater when I'm talking about these people. I'm just talking facts and I'm talking about business. Like this person owed me money or this person fronted on me. You know what I mean? So I'm not, when I say stuff about them, I'm not hating or being funny. I'm just speaking the facts. Like he was talking about how Birdman owed him, money. And so kind of putting him on blast a little bit.
Birdman owed everybody.
Right. So he was just like, that was where things kind of went sour with him. because he like, nigga, you got money, give me my money, just give me my money. And then he was talking about people like Rick Ross. He said, he said he was kind of upset at Ross because he said Ross had mentioned him in a few like interviews and stuff like that, kind of giving him shout outs and saying, that's like me doing an interview, like, yeah, my man Howie, we gonna bring him home. He in jail, we gonna get him home. And then he said he reached out to Rick Ross in a message, and he never got a response. He's like, okay, why you doing all this in interviews, like you supporting me? Then when I send you an instant message through Twitter, and I think he said it was either Instagram or Twitter. He was like, you seen that blue check mark, so it's a legitimate account. So he like, but I ain't heard from him to this day. So
Yeah, we gonna get that nigga Howie up. Keep that nigga in there.
Right. I don't really know that. Put him under the jail.
Fuck him. He needs something on his books.
Right.
Fuck them books.
Right. Tell a nigga to stay out of trouble. Write that on his books.
Don't drop the soap, nigga.
Right. So, it was a whole bunch of that type of language on the show. Did you see any of it?
I did not see any of it. I did hear some hearsay about it. I also heard about the whole thing. Like he was, we won't get into that, but you know what I'm saying. Well, my man said he was smashed.
Let me say this, because basically what he's talking about, they asked, there was rumors going around that he was having sex with men while he was in jail. I still don't know for sure, but this is how he answered. When they asked him that, he said, man, listen, when I was in jail, I was fucking. And, he kind of left it like that. But he said some other stuff like, I had these special privileges, like I wasn't treated like a common criminal. I had this stuff going on. I had that stuff going on that the average person in there didn't have. So it kind of led me to believe like, well, maybe he meant he had girls sent to him. Yeah. He had the privilege of some girls. He never specified. Yeah. He just said, yeah, I was effing while I was in prison. That's all he left it at. He never said, yeah, it was guys or, this, but he just kept talking about how he had a lot of privileges. So it could have been on that, he was trying to be ambiguous on purpose, or it could have been, I'm just not going to go deep into it, but let's just say I was getting some vagina while I was in there, It could have been maybe some guards was hooking them up, some of them female guards, how that go. Sometimes they be, letting the prisoners hit them off,
Some of them females in the uniform, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, some of them be nice.
Nice.
Yeah, some of them be nice. But, well, yeah, I thought it was interesting. So but, I just wanted to shed that because he never specifically admitted to doing it with men.
Yeah.
He just kept saying, yes, I effed while I was in prison. And I also had these privileges while I was in prison. So, it could have been. Makes sense. Yeah, it could have been either way.
Yeah.
But, he might have done it ambiguously on purpose because maybe he got men and women, Maybe he was getting a little bit of both,
He got some pussy and pussy. Pussy and pussy.
I mean, whatever happened.
Sounds like a horrible dude.
Well, yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know. Look, it's pussy and pussy. Come on.
But that's how he left it,
Oh, man.
We're gonna leave it at that,
Oh,
but yeah, so it was a good episode. It was I watched the whole YouTube version because they give you the extended. It was like 2.5 hours. It took me a while to watch it, but yeah, I did watch it, and he talked about how he got a wife who'd been standing by him, and even admitted that he was messing around on her and all of that. He was like, back in the day, matter of fact, he said him and Lil Wayne, and I quote, caught crabs together. I was like, whoa, sir. He was like, yeah. He was very graphic.
Oh, shit.
But he was very graphic. He even described what it looked like when he first figured it out. He was like, yeah, I saw this little thing crawling on me and little pictures and all. He was like, yo. And I was just sitting there like, wow. So it's like that, huh? So he was very open. I'll give him that. I think he was just trying to keep it real, and not try to, let somebody else put him on blast. Cause somebody eventually would have came out and said, "Yeah, that nigga had crab."
Nasty nigga.
Right. So you got to put it out there. It's like ODB. I got burned once, but that was only gonorrhea. He was like, I got burned twice. I got burned twice. Yo, ODB was a fool, man.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, it's a good episode. But yeah, he talked about a lot. He talked about Birdman, the whole Cash Money, how he talked about, him and Lil Wayne and the crew was gonna leave Cash Money at one time and go over to Master P and get down with P and them. So yeah, but it was.
Man, I want to have that. I want to have that would have turned out because really, like I said, and we were talking about that the other day. It was like you know what I'm saying? They were talking about that. And like how the how Cash Money when No Limit came out, you know what I'm saying? No Limit came out. They had the album covers.
Yeah.
When Cash Money saw that, well, not necessarily. It was, we're gonna say Universal because Universal one that got them together. But when they saw that, they started making albums similar to theirs, and they started, people start picking it up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean, really, that whole with Master P and stuff, man. Like they kind of really, if you think about it, they kind of owe their whole career to them in a sense because they. If it weren't for them, they wouldn't have been able. I mean, they were still doing stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think they would got to the level they are now.
Yeah, I'll give them that. Master P and them opened a lot of doors for people like that.
Yeah, man.
And I mean, they talked about it. I remember in the No Limit documentary, Master P, I guess Birdman, and his people came to Master P, like, y'all repping Louisiana pretty hard, so help us get on. Let us, do this for us and support us. And Master P wasn't really feeling it. He was like, I'm not feeling it. So he kind of turned him down.
Dang, he was like,
right.
He was like,
right.
And then Birdman was like, this ain't a motherfucking P.
Well, yeah, so, ever since then, they kind of had a little friction, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Turk talked a lot about that and how over the years they had issues with them. But he was talking about how, well, I don't want to give too much of it away because, y'all can go and watch it. But, he talked about a lot of that conflict. He talked about issues with Juvenile. It was a lot of stuff, man. It's definitely worth watching. I feel like he was just trying to be as real as he could and get all of the ish off his chest. You know what I mean? Like, look, this is the kind of stuff I went through, and this is why, this came out. Anybody who feel like I'm being funny, this is why I'm doing this. And he even said he got a book coming out where he talk about it. Yeah, I think he's doing a documentary as well. So he was like, y'all gonna be able to hear about all the real details in the book and all of that. So,
okay.
But yeah, so it's definitely worth looking at. He talked about some interesting stuff, man. But I don't know, man. Catching crabs together, that's that means y'all was just swapping chicks. You know what I mean? Y'all was just swapping chicks. He said he was like, he said we was banging young chicks and old chicks. He said all old ladies wanted us too. He said we were young as hell, but these are old ladies who's always on us. So he was like, we were just knocking them down. But that's the life of a music star. You on the road, they'll throw themselves at you. They could be 50 years old down to 18, 19, all the way in between. What they say, 8 to 80. 8 to 80. But
I'd be dead. It'd be like some old 80-year-old woman talking about hold on, baby, I gotta take my hip out.
Right.
So I get my prosthetic.
You can take my dentures out so I can get you right.
I ain't going. Yeah, I might take one down. I take old gum. Yeah. I'm like, man, I about talked to the chick. She was like, like back in the day when I think it's called Meet Me now, but it used to be called My Yearbook. and you can meet people.
Oh, okay.
So we were talking to her. She like, she was talking and everything. I was like, yeah, I ain't got no teeth. I'm like, oh, word, yeah. I was like, word. Like, yeah. You got. I got it where I can, I got dentures, but I can take these up.
Yeah.
I'm like, but she was kind of young though, so I'm like, damn, what the fuck you doing in your life? Right. You ain't got no teeth, you know what I'm saying?
It shouldn't be like that at your age. But it is what it is. Man.
Like my man David Tell, the comedian David Tell, when you lose your teeth, you ain't got no cool story about that. Like if you lose your leg or your arm or something, there's a cool story about it. But you lose your teeth, like, I just start eating sweets and I just, stop giving a fuck and shit just fell out. You know what I mean?
So yeah, man, it's crazy, man. But I definitely recommend checking out that episode of Drink. On there. It's interesting. All right, so I guess we can move on, man. Did you want to talk any more about the Tiffany and Aries situation, or maybe the Queen, or any of that?
Let's talk about the Queen.
Queen, okay.
Yeah. So I want to shout out Black and Indigenous people.
Black Indigenous people.
Because YouTube channel. Not a YouTube channel. No, I'm just talking about because them niggas was going wild with the memes when the Queen died. They was going wild.
I seen a couple.
They was wild.
They had me laughing, man. I
Look,
saw a couple of them.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Now, look, I understand, a lot of people, the world's getting serious now with the fighting and, we got nukes over here and stuff, but nobody can make jokes and make fun of your ass like us. So shout them out. Shout them out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I see one your girl. And man, I had to rewind it a couple of times because the shit was hilarious. She was like the words on her was like the Queen died. It's like if something was bad that happened to me, would y'all care? And black people, it was the same girls, black people was like no. And then it was like other people like Caribbeans like nah, we ain't gonna be. And then they like, I hope that I hope you get everything back covered to you. They even had the Irish, they would always be for the Irish. So the Irish, so you dying or something like that. Right. And then and it went back to the Queen, like, so anybody gonna care for me? And like it was like Africans and all these other people, they were just laughing.
Wow.
So,
man. But yeah, I mean, it's about to be funny too, because Prince Charles, I guess, takes over, and a lot of people don't like him because I mean they just feel like he a pushover and just he don't know how to act like no king or nothing like that. You know what I mean? So
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna get into if you got 2 hours. We talked about Pharaoh said that last couple episodes of some stuff. I won't get into that.
Yeah.
But he has an excellent build about the symbolic, the symbol, the symbolic things of like why the Queen dying, why is that important?
Yeah.
And what he feels is about to happen. If you got 2 hours, about 2 hours and 30 minutes, you just want to may not agree with everything, but there's definitely like a perspective like, man,
yeah,
he kind of hit some shit on the head for real for me.
That's what's up.
But
check that out.
Yeah, so but anyway, but going back, it's just like it kills me. Like, and don't get me wrong, I know there's people in her family, they should mourn. Other people should, mourn and stuff. Shit, it's crazy, man, because even white people was on there roasting like, well, she did this and all this evil stuff. But it's like, you did all this bad stuff, and we're not, I'm saying we're not in the age of like where people just lulled to sleep in a sense. Like people just, if this happened in the 90s, I think people would have been more sympathetic. You wouldn't have been able to, I mean, yeah, you might have a few people that would be like them memes.
Yeah.
But for the most part, people might have been sympathetic, like, oh, the queen died, But now, with information and everything, people looking up and stuff, like, nah, I mean, I get it. You shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you should be like, look, fair is fair. This is, like, hey, I don't subscribe to her like that. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't rejoice in her dying or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy because I never thought I would live to see today. I'm like, dang, because shoot, man, she lived through like 7-some presidents.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang,
yeah. She was. She's been up there for a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, she's been the queen since she was like in her 20s. And
man.
She was like 96 when she died. So,
yeah.
70 years.
Yeah.
She's been and was married to your boy almost that whole time. Cause her husband just died not too long ago. What was his name? Prince Philip.
That was her cousin.
No, that was her husband, wasn't it?
Husband cousin.
My husband.
Cousin. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. They keep it in the family. You think West Virginia's bad? Them motherfuckers keep it up in there.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Other people too up there. That one girl that was around with Hot Sal, that Jay Electronica was dating. They got mad about that shit. Cause they up there when you with them people, they up there. So they can't. Yeah, they try to keep all that shit in house. Cause they ain't trying to mix with none of us.
Yeah, West Virginia ain't all bad, but yeah.
I tell you what, I do a crime there. You know why?
What?
Everybody got the same damn DNA.
We don't know who it is. Oh,
yeah, hey man, it's the same people.
We don't know who it is. Yeah.
Shit, man.
But yeah, man, it's it's like you said. I'm sure her family's gonna have to mourn and all that.
Oh yeah,
but like you said, a lot of people just didn't care for her.
Really though, not even her family though. Like, because what's the Harry?
Harry, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they never had a falling out, because
because of Meghan.
Because of Meghan and stuff.
Yep. Once Harry married that Megan Thee Stallion looking chick, it was like, we don't want them babies up in here.
Yeah, they're oh my God.
But and I don't know, man.
Negroes.
I watched a lot of specials about the Queen. They had one called The Crown on I think it was Netflix or Hulu.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good. And I mean, I don't know how accurate it was, but after watching a lot of that stuff, it feels like the Queen wasn't necessarily racist per se. I don't know if she was or not. She could have been, but based on how they portrayed her, she was just more so about the business of this is what being a royal is about. I have to make tough decisions, and even though it may look like I don't like black people, I'm just getting rid of y'all because this reason over here. So I don't know, man. It's hard, because she comes off as very racist sometimes.
Cause they racist, Kurt. They fucking racist.
I'm just saying,
these people are the main reason shit is the way it is now.
Yeah.
They are the main reason.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you gotta understand, man, all the I mean, really, if you really want to get into it, the British is an extension of the Roman Empire. Let me just throw that on out there.
Yeah.
Just gonna throw that on out there.
I agree with
that's just their whole MO. I mean, that's just what it is. They exploited people. They've done this. You know what I'm saying? They own people even tell you that, man.
Yeah.
Like it ain't. I mean, that's they've done that.
Yeah.
And it's what I'm saying, and it's like but it trips me out just like what they're saying on the whatchamacallits, on the memes. Like these people are trying to tell us how to mourn and you should mourn for the Queen. Like, nah, we ain't. Why should mourn for our oppressor?
Right.
We got direct ties. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Direct ties to my oppression. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
Yeah, I mean, and I can believe that, man. I definitely feel like there was some racism there. It's just, I was trying to be nice and give her the benefit of the doubt. Like,
nah, that bitch racist. Fuck that shit, Curtis. Man, nah, fuck that.
Oh, man.
Nah, the bitch is racist. The bitch is racist. I mean, because the thing of it is, it's not even, like I said, it's like they set up. And that's the thing with racism. A lot of people, like, see me, I'm prejudiced. All right? The reason why I am prejudiced is because and I don't hate nobody, but let's just say for this fact that I hate somebody. For much as I hate somebody, I do not have the power to make laws against you to make your life hard and miserable. Mm-hmm. I can just say, as far as I can do, I can just make funny memes with you and talk about you doing stuff, cracking up jokes. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
What she done is make laws where, okay, you know what I'm saying, if you this, you can't do this. Just like here in America. Oh, if the grandfather clause. If your granddaddy couldn't vote, you couldn't vote. Now I don't say that all black people can't vote, right. But at one time, your granddad was something called like a slave. That's what they were trying to get at.
Right.
So with that being in place, I can't vote. It's racism.
Yeah,
that's taking power away from people. We can't do that.
Yeah,
that's the thing. So she was a racist bitch. Fuck.
I was like, fuck it, no filter.
No filter. Yeah.
But, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering how it's gonna be when your boy get in there, when Charles get in there.
It might. Hey man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It might be a little different.
Yeah,
it might be a little different, man. Because the thing of it is, man, this is their first time really having a monarch in a while. They've been having or a patriarch, in a while. Because they've been doing things through the women ruling.
I wonder if her sister's still alive. She had a sister that they talked about. I saw in the documentaries. I wonder if she's still alive. Because they got to be about the same age. They were pretty close in age. Actually, I think the other sister was maybe a year older.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But anyway, it's interesting, man. I don't really have much to say about her. It's just I always try to watch some little documentaries. To see a little more behind the scenes stuff. To see what their life was like. There's a lot of people who feel like, the whole royal family is like lizard people. like they have
truth crazy. Truth stranger than fiction, son. I'm gonna tell you. Hey, I'm not saying they are, but man, truth stranger than fiction.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I'm assuming, have they done the funeral yet? I'm assuming not, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, if they did do it, it would probably be world. You know what I'm saying? Like they did with Harry and them wedding. It'll be worldwide.
Yeah, on TV.
Yeah, it'll probably be on all the channels and things like that. So they ain't done. So they probably they ain't done that yet. If they did, it'll be everywhere.
Not to change the subject, but I'm gonna change the subject.
Okay, yeah.
Today is the D23 Expo. Disney and Marvel, are it's kind of like Comic-Con thing where they release a lot of new stuff.
Okay.
So supposedly they're gonna be, giving some more information about their upcoming projects.
Yeah, clap it up. Oh,
yeah.
Let's talk a little bit for the button warm up.
A little delay reaction.
Yeah,
a little delay, but it'll be all right. But yeah, so we're expecting to hear more about stuff like the Fantastic Four. They're supposed to be doing something with them, another movie. Now that they own the rights to them, because I think they used to be owned by like Fox or WB or some shit. And they're supposed to be doing something to maybe bring the X-Men into the MCU.
Yeah.
Hopefully, a lot of other characters.
Yeah, so, that'd be good because that means, like on the gaming side, we might actually get like a Marvel versus Capcom.
Yeah. That would be dope. Which
they should sneak a little like it's just to be able to sneak like Mickey Mouse in there too. That shit would be sick.
Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, they've already given us Reed Richards from the Fantastic Four and Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So we're expecting, but he was supposed to be from another universe. So
yeah.
I'm assuming when they bring him back this time, it might be a different person playing him. But a lot of people really want, John Krasinski to be the one to play him because they just feel like he fits the role perfectly, and he did do a good job. But he was only on screen for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So but what else they got coming up? They got a lot of Disney stuff, but as far as Marvel, they're supposed to be doing. I think they're going to be giving us another Black Panther trailer pretty soon because of this. What else they got? The Thunderbolts. That's a comic book crew that they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, that's the criminals that they got control. Yeah, like they control Crossbones, Juggernaut.
Yeah, the Abomination was part of it.
And Luke Cage were actually that team.
So and that's another thing that they're trying to bring back, like Luke Cage and all the Defenders.
Mm-hmm.
They already bringing Daredevil back. He's been in She-Hulk. He's gonna be in She-Hulk.
Yeah, I think the next episode.
I don't know, but he's supposed to be in one of them. But so I've been actually going back to binge watch the old Daredevil show because I never actually got into it, but I always heard it was good.
The first two were pretty good. I saw the third. Yeah, I think I saw the third one.
Third season.
Yeah, the third season actually,
it was on Netflix. Yeah.
It was actually on Disney Plus.
Was it?
Yeah, which is weird because it's like, man, usually Disney try to keep everything, but but now, it was actually. Yeah,
that's what they're doing now. They're trying to buy back the rights to these characters because they didn't have the rights to them. Like Spider-Man. That's why Spider-Man is still made by Sony instead of Marvel.
Yeah.
But basically, Marvel just been borrowing the character, and so pretty soon Marvel's supposed to own him back. But yeah, and they got a new Spider-Man project coming up. I think it's another animated one called Spider-Man Freshman Year. So I think they're gonna introduce all those different Spider-Man variants and all of that.
Oh, okay.
So that's actually being made by Marvel. What else they got? Of course, Ironheart. She's gonna be in Black Panther. Riri Williams. The Thunderbolts. I'm sure that's coming up because they've been bringing Abomination back from the Hulk series.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four. What else is it? Another season of Loki they're doing.
That one was actually pretty interesting. I like that.
It was.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I like Loki.
Yeah.
I still, so basically, I guess the Loki that was in that series, I guess, is a different one than the original because the original was killed by Thanos.
Yeah.
They're saying the one in the series was actually another variant from, I guess, the past, I guess.
Yeah, that one, he was the one, let's see, was it Infinity War? Endgame. Mm-hmm. He actually got the Tesseract and
he disappeared.
And dipped. Yeah. That's that version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's that version. But I assume because that was them going back in time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, but wouldn't that have been the same Loki? They just went back further in time to the same Loki.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps saying, no, that's a different Loki, though. So I don't know. I guess, either way, it was still a good series, and they're doing part 2 on that. So, but yeah, I mean, I don't really have much else. You want to talk about anything else, Tiffany and Aries, or any of that kind of stuff?
Real quick, yeah. I'm gonna shout out. I was watching Cobra Kai, man.
Okay.
Yeah, the 5th season. It actually turned out pretty good, man. Man, they got a little raunchy though. with the swearing, because like at first, because they got the little TV 14 rating.
So they stepped it up on this one, like
man. Nah, man, they were dropping the F-bomb and shit. I'm like, wait a minute, yo.
I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't expecting that. I mean, they didn't do it like, F and this, F and that, but they just kind of, what I'm saying? They it was there. I think they probably did enough to where like, okay, we could do it like this and it still won't change the rating because they want people to, what I'm saying? But Yeah, it was pretty good, man. But it's like, dang, man, they trying to make my man Daniel sound like Goku and shit.
Right.
Like, it's like all his enemies end up being his friend and shit. Like, yeah, I remember that time this nigga jumped over the wall and so I was like, yo, this nigga coming Goku, like a live Goku and shit.
Exactly.
But it's good though, man. It was pretty good. It was actually kind of cool to see some of the characters that were beefing throughout the season actually get and come together and come around and actually work together. It was actually kind of, because it's like, dang, man, like, I like this. Like, yeah, they kind of the bad people, but I kind of like them because I understand what they're going through with.
Yeah.
And then it's like, this one good, but, you know what I'm saying? It's all types of stuff. So, yeah, man, but it was kind of cool to see that go full circle. But, yeah, but the Tiffany Haddish thing, I think we already talked about that. We got to talk about we got to talk about tomorrow. Never forget.
Never forget.
Never forget.
You know, never forget. So, you know. But yeah, never forget it's Ludacris' birthday.
That's right. That's right.
You know, happy
slick
birthday.
Motherfucker right here, boy. Gotta watch him.
You know, but yeah, I mean, definitely a sad and somber day. So I'm sure they'll be doing some specials on it. You know what I mean? So
it's crazy, man. It really is crazy that it's literally been 21 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird, man.
It's been 21 years since that happened, but
I remember exactly where I was when it happened. You know, that's one of those. It was such a traumatic day. You can't help but remember. You know what I mean? What you were doing when it happened. Yeah, unless you were like a real small kid. You know what I mean? So
I remember, man. That day, man. Yeah, I mean, not. I wasn't like there at ground zero, nothing like that. It was just, what was bad about it was, certain. I won't get into that, but certain issues, certain events happen that certain people should, what I'm saying, they should have been at a certain place instead of just, But it is what it is.
Yeah, but definitely. But yeah, anybody who wants to jump in the comments and talk about it, let us know. Once again, don't forget, please hit those buttons.
Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Because we're trying to get the funds allocated.
Never forget.
To the motherfucking school. Mm-hmm. We just got enough money to get a doorknob.
Yeah.
Now we got to get an actual door. And then when we get the actual door, we get the frame. And then that's when the other shit come in. We gonna keep going, you know what I'm saying?
We might actually get some keys to put in the lock.
Put the keys in the
yeah. And now we're working with a cardboard box, so we need those funds.
We need the funds allocated.
Do what you gotta do. Dig deep.
The
preacher man.
Yeah. Don't worry about, why Pastor got a new car. Don't worry about why Pastor got new. I said don't ask. Don't ask. No questions.
No questions.
Hey, get that over there. I didn't break that movie up. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
But yeah, and don't forget, we won't be having a show next week. We'll pick up the week after, but next week we are going to the official New York State of Mind tour. So we'll do a few vlog videos from that, while we're on the road, and when we get to the venue, it'll be dope if we just ran into somebody, got an interview or something like that, never know, you know what I mean? So, that would be awesome, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, anyway, for episode 220, this is your man Kurt, and this is
Howard.
And we'll see y'all on the next one.
Do.